Chris Reardon.
Good afternoon to you, boys and girls. Welcome along to this morning's or this afternoon's live United Kingdom talk coming to you from the Mirable studio here in Royal Berkshire. Is it bright enough, or do you want a light on? Oh, should I put a light on? Just a minute. Put a light on. There we are. Oh dear, it's all a bit of a mad rush this morning. I must say that was a little bit of a rush. However, I think it worked smoother than it really did. Is anyone still with us from Swish? Now, you'll need a different Skype to... Sorry, not a different Skype to what you're usually using. But anyone who's just joining us from Swish for the first time today, you'll need a different Skype to join in on this programme. The Skype is United Kingdom Radio, okay? Skype is United Kingdom Radio. There's a phone number as well. Join in at any time. It's 020 3287 1488. We haven't actually tried. Can someone try to Skype with me this morning? Because I haven't. I think I've set that up all right. Skype once again, United Kingdom Radio, or indeed the phone number 020 3287 1488. Okay, 020 3287 1488. It's on for me. Good morning, Fag Ashley. Oh. You see, you're just there all the time, aren't you? You're there all the time. Oh, look, that's quick. A phone call already. Blimey, you're not wasting time today, are you? Let's just turn the speakers on so I can hear you. Good morning. Who's calling the multicoloured swap shop?
Oh, hello, Chris. How are you?
Who is that? That's a lovely voice.
Oh, thank you. My name's Margaret.
Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Where are you, my darling?
I'm calling you from Sheringham.
Sheringham. Oh, I know that place.
That's in Norfolk, dear.
Norfolk?
Yes.
Oh, I love your voice.
Oh, thank you.
I absolutely love your voice already.
Well, just so nice.
Was it? Sorry, Margaret, wasn't it? Margaret.
Yes, Margaret from Sheringham.
Not Margaret Thatcher, is it?
No, definitely not.
Oh, you don't like her then?
No. Don't like her.
I have to say, I'm a great fan of Margaret Thatcher. I didn't necessarily agree with all her policies, but what a lady. You know, you weren't going to change her mind, were you?
No, definitely not. No, don't like her. No, don't even like Gordon Brown.
Well, in my opinion, you know, if you don't like the Labour Party or the Conservative Party or the BNP or the Liberal Party, I think we should be allowed to vote for a cocktail party.
Yes, definitely. I completely agree with you. I don't like Labour for one bit, but I won't go into it because it does bore me somewhat.
What, all the
parliamentary stuff, you know.
Oh, I don't watch it. I don't watch it.
Cock and bull story. I just can't be doing with it.
I put it on the telly. The news comes on the telly. That ugly face comes on. There's a little. I saw an article here somewhere. Where is it? That I picked up this morning. Apparently, you know that idiot Kinnock? I never liked him either. That bloke.
Oh yes.
Oh, dreadful! That man from Wales, wasn't he, dear?
Oh.
Yeah.
Especially Darling. What's his name? Darling.
Darling.
You know those eyebrows of his. They're ugly.
They remind me of Dennis Healey. Do you remember Dennis Healey?
Oh yes.
He had those as well, didn't he? Great big thick bushy eyebrows.
You know, if you can't make up what mind you want to dye your hair, look like him. Oh, that's horrible.
Well, you could
I have to turn the telly off.
You could do like me, Margaret, and just leave it really short. I've got very short hair now. And the reason I cut my hair short, Margaret, is because it's disappearing in the middle, you see.
I can't see you, to be honest with you. I'm listening to you via my Wi-Fi radio that my son set up for me a few weeks ago.
What radio have you got?
I've got one of these Wi-Fi radio. Don't ask me what it is. I ain't got a clue.
Oh, do you know what make it is?
Oh, I think it's what is it? Do you know? I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know.
To be honest with you.
Your son must love you a lot because they're not cheap. Those things.
No.
He would have paid.
Yes, it was for my 74th birthday.
Are you 74? My God.
Yes.
I didn't think that, Margaret. You sounded like a young lady, although I have to say, not one of the young ladies that I bump into while I'm working, because I'm a DJ.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and you see these young ladies in clubs and that, oh my God. At the beginning of the night, they come in with 3 or 4 inches of makeup on, smelling like a Tarzan bag, you know the sort. Dear. By the end of the night, and
yes.
you know, they all look very pretty and that. By the end of the night, I walk past them all again in the streets and they're chucking up into drains and in the gutter. It's awful. I mean, what's happened to ladies?
I bet that.
I bet it wasn't like that in your time, was it?
No, we used to go to the old Hippodrome those days.
Oh, yeah, I DJ'd there once.
Really?
Yeah, around about 89, I think it was, 88, 89. I only did a one night in there.
You must have been a young whippersnapper then.
Well, I think I still am, Margaret.
Well, you see, the thing is, I don't know what you look like from Adam. You must be, you sound like a young whippersnapper.
Oh, thank you, Margaret. I think we're going to be very close friends. I do.
That sounds so nice. Anyway, I just thought I would pop in and say hello, and I will let you get back to your wireless show.
Thank you.
And hopefully I'll call you again.
What a lovely lady you are. Thank you very much, Margaret. It's been an absolute
Thank
pleasure.
you very much. Bye-bye.
Absolute pleasure. Bye-bye, Margaret. Oh, well, what? Do you know what? I mean, I've spoken to some people on there before. What a wonderful lady. What an absolutely wonderful phone call. I hope the whole show's going to be like that. I really do. What a lovely lady she is, Margaret. Well, next time we speak to her on the phone, we'll find out a little bit more about her, what she used to do and that sort of thing. Okay then. Now, what I was going to talk about this morning. Where's my bit of paper? It's all prepared, you know. I don't just sit here and make it up as we go along. It's all. Look, I've got a bit of script here, not script, but a bit of paper with kind of little bits and pieces written down here. Let's just check my. I've got some messages coming in here. I think where are we going to here? Do you know I'm desperate to sneeze, but I can't. Maybe if I look at the light, maybe. No, it's not working. Why is it sometimes, have you noticed that? To sneeze, all you've got to do is look at light, haven't you? Just stare at a light, and then it seems to come out, doesn't it, on its own? How strange is that? Anyway, some things to chat about today then. Oh, by the way, I will not be with you next Monday, okay? Because I'm going up to visit my dear sister. She's up in Lincolnshire, a little village called Woodhall Spa. Near Mikey. I don't know if Mike is with us this afternoon. I think Mike is with us as well. Yes, I'm going up to visit my sister for a few days. No doubt the kids will be up there. They're all landed. Oh, hello, Uncle Chris. What have you got for us today? It's a bit like that, isn't it? I always have a little bit of a joke with my sister. I think I annoy my sister sometimes. Oh, we used to fight like cat and dog. My sister and I when we were children. Did you? Do you have brothers and sisters? Did you used to fight with them? Tell me about it on the show. I want to know. Eh? What was it like fighting with your brothers and sisters? Now, if you don't want to join in on the phone or on the Skype, like you don't want to talk to me person to person, you can send an email in. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Now, let's have a little look here. I think Millie's sending a message. Did you want to talk to me, Millie? Or we can take a call now, or shall I just run through the list of things to talk to? One of the things I would like to talk. Yeah, let me just run through this list of things. Oh, hang on a minute. Have I taken your call? Oh, there she is. There she is. Millie's there. Hello, Millie. Morning.
Hey, how are you?
Over to Minnesota in the US of A. Millie.
Hello, lovey.
Motorised Millie is here this morning. Good morning, Millie. Well, that was all right as a changeover, wasn't it? Was it all quite smooth?
Yes, it was.
You see, that's because of the hours and hours of rehearsal and preparation that I do for this global entertaining...
Do me a favor.
Beg pardon? I beg your pardon?
Do me a favor. I don't believe you.
Hours.
You don't anything.
Millie, my Swiss show is at 11. My chat show's at 12. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to rehearse.
Rehearse, right? Sure. And I've got horns growing out of my head.
Oh, horns
Right.
growing where, dear?
Out of my head.
Oh, is it two horns or are you one horn unicorn?
I'm a one-horned unicorn.
You're a
Didn't
one-
you know?
Not a eunuch.
No. No.
Who is it?
Trust you to say something funny like that.
Did you have brothers and sisters, Millie?
I do have an older sister, yes.
And when you were younger, what was it like?
Well, she was 13 when I was born because to be quite frank, I was a bit of an oops. Medically speaking, I was not supposed to happen.
Oh, well, I don't think I should be here, to be honest. I'm a terrible, terrible mistake, dear.
So, well, no, seriously, I was an oops. I am what is known as an IUD baby. My mother, the IUD is a popular method of birth control that was used in the 70s, where rather than taking a pill, the woman would have something put inside.
Is that the coil thing?
Right.
Oh,
yes.
right, yeah.
Right. And my mother fell pregnant when she had that with me while it was still in there.
Right, okay, yeah.
And the doctor didn't want to remove it because they were afraid that it would abort the pregnancy.
Right, yes,
But
yes.
it wound up puncturing the amniotic sac, which caused me to be born 2 months premature, and the injury that occurred at birth subsequently caused my cerebral palsy, which I have now.
Yes.
So, technically speaking, I mean, obviously the good Lord upstairs had other plans, but from a medical standpoint, I shouldn't be here.
Okay, yeah, you're here, so that's it, dear. Oh, can you hear that, Millie?
Yes, I can.
That's a text message coming in on my mobile phone. Who is it? Oh, it's from the vile Lee Mills, dear.
Aww.
Are you a Lee Mills fan? Are you? He's here on United Kingdom Radio as well.
Actually, you know what? I must be honest, you're the only one I listen to on UK radio.
I can understand that, Millie. I can understand that, lovey.
Um,
I mean, you know that he who will remain nameless. You know him. He who will remain nameless was on Saturday afternoon. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Possibly the most unprofessional show that I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh dear.
Sitting there eating his Doritos and belching on air. I mean, it's just shocking. And then before he comes on, and I rang him yesterday. I said, do we have to have all that before he's going to testing 1 2 1 2 testing and bits of music coming on and going off, and for God's sake, get it sorted before you click the broadcast button, dear. Honestly,
For goodness sakes.
it's like watching one of those satellite channels, those cheap satellite channels, and I'm anything but cheap, as you know, Millie.
Right.
Eh?
Listen-
Anyway, tell me about your sister. Did you used to fight with her or what? Did you use
No,
knives? Did you
she
shoot
was
her?
out of the house.
Eh?
She was out of the house. She had moved out of the house by the time I was little.
Well, how old was she then?
Because, like I said, she was 13 when I was
Right.
born. So she was well out of the house by the time I was, she was in high school and off on her own. We didn't really have that close of a bond. And to be quite frank with you, we are like oil and water. We don't mix.
Right.
Actually, there was
Sorry,
there was a lot of upheaval in my family growing up. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was an unhappy childhood, but I would say that it was a dysfunctional family.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I have to say, my childhood was extremely happy.
Yeah.
Extremely happy. Do you know what Lee Mills has just written on his Facebook?
What?
Good afternoon. Shirts lifted while you wait.
Oh my goodness. I guess we know
I'm
where
sorry.
your mind is.
Well, I'm sorry, Millie. I think we're going to have to class that as a homophobic comment, really. I think
Yes,
Lee
I
Mills,
guess yeah.
he's scared. Lee is scared that I fancy him. And I just want to... Who is it? I just want to take this opportunity of saying, if you were the last man on Earth, I wouldn't go with you, Lou Mills. I wouldn't. If there was no air on this planet and you had oxygen in your thing, I wouldn't suck the oxygen out of it. Put it that way. All
And
right?
I bet you wouldn't go with him either.
I tell you who else doesn't handle the gay thing very well, Ross. When I
know.
start talking to him, not as I'm talking to you, when I start talking to him about bits and pieces, like he does with me, he likes to tell me about his girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Let's not go any further than that. And I start telling him what I've been getting up to, and it's like, you know, oh no, he changes the subject very quickly. He can't handle it. If I would be very, very surprised if there is any poof on this planet that would ever give Ross a second looking. Or a first one come to that.
Yeah. Listen, I do have something I want to talk about this morning.
Yes, Millie, darling.
I don't know if when your parents were alive and they were, toward the end, were they fortunate enough not to have to rely on others for, to look after them, so to speak, like say I do?
Yes.
I'm getting to something.
Yes, because Dad had Mum to look after him. My mum was a great carer. She liked to look after people all the time. She liked to look after people. So when anyone was ill, Mum just bang, she came into her own. When Mum became ill, she kind of went straight into hospital. And was only there for a couple of weeks before.
I remember you telling me that when I saw you about 6 months ago. The reason I bring that up is because, as you know, I am dependent on others for the most basic of needs, because I happen to use a motorized chair to get about, for those who don't know. And I have had no end of trouble with my staff lately.
Do you have to pay the staff yourself?
No, thank goodness I don't.
Okay.
It's what happens is that we all get together and we each are allowed a certain number of hours of care, for carers to look after us by the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we pool them together so that we can have 24-hour care available. And the majority of people that are hired to come in here are very good. But as with any job, you are going to get some bad apples.
Yes, of course, yes.
And I had a very embarrassing experience a couple of weeks ago, which you already know about, and sod it, I'm gonna bring it up here now.
All right.
Because I needed help to go to the loo in a big way a couple of weeks ago. And the way our flats work out is that, we each have call systems, to use when we need help, and somebody has a beeper on their hips at all times, so that they're not always
one of those little remote control things.
Yeah, well, no, it's like a pager.
Right. Yes.
And what happens is when we pull our call cords, the pager goes off, and then the carer can look down and see which flat it is, and then they head to whichever flat needs it. Yeah. Anyway, in my case, I needed the loo in a big way, and I, unlike most people, cannot get up to take care of it myself. Right. So I used the call system, and I waited and waited and waited and waited. Well, they took their own sweet time, And suffice it to say that by the time they got here, every bit of it needed to be changed.
Oh, okay.
If you want to talk about humiliation, that's it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you,
I bet you went mad when they got in there eventually, didn't you?
Oh, I got it sorted, yes, but I wasn't a happy girl, as you know, because I emailed you because I was supposed to be, well, I would have normally been with you on your other show, the one you do for Swish.
Excuse me, Millie, I'm going to sneeze. You carry on, darling.
And I wasn't with you that day, and the reason is because I was just so upset and just so, I'm used to needing people to help me with that, with the bits and pieces that comes with that, but to have something like that happen when it shouldn't happen like that, that's what's upsetting to me. And, you can often tell the people that are in this line of work because they genuinely care about people.
What did they say, Millie? Did they say anything? Why they took so long to get up the blooming stairs?
No. And actually, there was no excuse for it because there is a lift.
Right.
There is a lift in this building. It's not as if the stairs are the only option.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, according to the rules and regulations, they're supposed to get in here within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes at the absolute max. I waited for 45. And when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Oh.
And it's even harder. It's even harder when you can't take care of it yourself, as in
Millie,
my case.
I know exactly where you're coming from. I have to take, I mentioned this last week, I think. I have to take pills for something, which I started taking last January. And and the unfortunate side effect of some of these pills, without being graphical, is that you don't get, shall we just say, you don't get much warning.
Right.
Right? And you have to go. And it is one of the worst things. I have escaped. Really. But there were a couple of occasions where I came very close. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and it is one of the worst things. But the other thing is, doctors. I've heard people say before that if your body is telling you to go, you must go. Otherwise, it can muck you up inside. I don't know if that's right or not.
Right.
I don't know how right that is.
See, the thing is as soon as I got the warning, I was on that cord.
Yeah.
Like that. I yanked it, as soon as I knew.
Yes. Yeah.
But it eventually got to the point where, because I was waiting for 45 blooming minutes, I'm like, I can't hold this anymore. And then when I realized, and then when
Millie, do you know what? Do you know what? There's nothing you could have done, darling. You know what I think you should do? Forget about what happened and move on, darling. Don't let it play on your mind. Just block it out.
No.
I'm quite good at that. I can block things out of my mind. If not immediately. If something really upsets me, then eventually I seem to possess some sort of thing in my head to actually block things out of it. If something upset, and throughout your life, I'm sure you've had things that quite upset you. Maybe something happened in the past or something ongoing. And I kind of am able to switch it out. Although if I think about it, it will upset me. I'm fortunate that I am able to actually switch it out of my head. Can you do that?
I can switch it out of my head. The only reason it's playing on my mind now is because I've had 2 incidents, not of the same thing, thank goodness, or I'd really be upset. But I've had 2 incidents since that one where carers have treated me as less than human.
Right.
And I have lately gone through all the proper channels to try to get it fixed. I've talked to all the proper people, and it's not the fault of the person whose job it is to supervise the staff. It is rather the people above her. She, whenever there is something like that happens, I go to her. She will then go to the people above her and say, look, I think we've got grounds for, whatever it is, whether it be disciplinary action or termination or whatever it is. And more often than not, especially lately, the people above the staff supervisor seem to be more concerned about the rights of the employees here than the rights and the safety of the people that live here.
Yes.
And I feel as I've been feeling lately as if my hands are sort of tied behind my back.
You see, the other trouble is when you complain, do you worry then that person you complained about is continuing to try and then will try something? Does that bother you at all? Do you see what I'm saying there?
Yes, I understand.
It's a bit like when you're in a restaurant. I wouldn't dream of complaining about the food if it was a case. I would reject the food if it was that bad, right, and ask for my money back. But I certainly wouldn't complain about the food, then let them take it away and put another plate in front of me, because I would be thinking that they were going to spit in it or something.
Right. And
do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
so you
I
complain
understand
about
what you're
your
saying.
carers. Will they then, start playing you up?
Well, technically, if they do that, then that is grounds for immediate termination right there.
Right.
According to the rules and regulations.
You see, I'd be worrying about, if you got someone sacked, I'd be worrying about whether they still had your key or something like that, and they come in late at night and smash your place up, or worse. That would worry me.
That wouldn't happen. That would not happen, because as soon as somebody is terminated from here, they are told to give their access key to the building back.
Right.
They're never around here again. And just so that we're clear, I don't complain about the staff willy-nilly. I mean, something big has got to have happened for me to open my mouth.
Yeah.
Because I understand that people have bad days. There are going to be days where you're going to get up on the wrong side of the bed, or maybe be a little bit extra tired or something.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But when people are just nasty for the sake of it, or for an example, if I direct somebody to do something for me that I can't do myself, and there's a specific way that it needs to be done and a way that works for me, and people want to, and they want to argue with me and not listen to my direction, then that is an instance where I would complain.
Right, I see.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Well, you can only carry on, my darling, and see what happens.
I know, and I'm doing the best I can.
Let us know what happens.
I will.
Remember, it's our secret. Don't tell anyone else, Millie. Just us together here on United Kingdom Radio.
I will. I will let you know. I promise.
All right. Now, one of the other things I was saying, Millie, you do like to ring up and we do phone calls and that, and it's always a pleasure to hear from you. Have you ever considered doing your own mini podcast or something like that?
Well,
I did. I know I gave you a little bit of information the other day about Podbean.
Yes.
And I think I'm right in saying you're probably already set up to do something basic. You've got your microphone, you've got your headphones, you've probably got some sort of recording software already in your computer. If not, there's one that you could look at called Audacity. You got a pen?
Yeah, I got it.
AUDACITY. It is Order City. AUDACITY.
Gotcha.
Dot SourceForge. SOURCEFORGE.
Okay.
.net.
All right.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, it will take you a little while to work your way around that program, but it is a free piece of recording software that you could possibly play around a little bit with and see how you get on with that. And you could do your own podcast. You may be saying, well, what do I talk about? Well, that's up to you. Perhaps something that interests you. You could do it as a diary type thing, you know. You could call it...
Millie's World. I remember you
Millie's
said
World.
once that
There it is.
That
Millie's
would be a good title.
Did I come out with that? Did I?
No, I did that when I emailed you after not having emailed you for a while. I had
Millie's
happened
World.
to say, "So what's going on in Millie's World?" And you went, "Oh,
Yeah,
that would
Millie's
be a good
World.
title for a podcast."
Let me just have a look for something for you. Millie's World. 1 minute. We might be... I tell you what, Millie, if you want to do it, the domain milliesworld.com is available.
Wow.
Do you know anything about domains?
Not much.
Right, well, milliesworld.com. You know my domains, chrisreardon.co.uk. I also own...
Among other things, yeah.
UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk and all those. milliesworld.com is available if you ever... Do you understand how to do all that business or what?
I've never done anything like that in my life.
No,
This is going to be something completely new.
Maybe I'm going a bit too far ahead here. Just why not try a little podcast? Maybe it doesn't have to be like an hour or 2 hours or half an hour. You could just do 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Hello and welcome to Millie's World. Tell us a bit about yourself, what you've been doing, what you've been up to. It takes time to do these things. You know, you can't just... It's not a quick thing to do. And you can put into it as much or as little as you want. Basically, it just do a little bit about your life or what interests you. I don't know what hobbies you've got. I know you're interested in computer, in the internet and that. I don't know. Maybe you like book reading. You could talk.
I like books, and
Right. Well, there you go. There you go.
You know,
Millie's book recommendation this week. That sort of
Yeah.
thing. Tell us about the book. But if you're going to talk about books, don't give away the plots because that annoys people.
right. I would never. I don't do that.
I think you should look into this, Millie, because I think you'd be quite good at it.
He has, boys and girls. I tell you what, he has been prodding me to do this ever since he and I met online. He's been, oh my goodness.
It's true. It's true.
He has been on me. He's been prodding me to do this forever, for at least the last 2 years now. Right, Chris?
Yes, it's true. You know it's true.
Just about 2 years now, because I started listening to you, and I think it was August of 2008, was it not?
Oh, well, when I met you?
Online,
November,
because I
wasn't
know we met through Terry. Terry Turner.
Yeah.
I think it must have been August of 2008.
Well,
and then I think, no, wait.
Do it.
September.
Just do it. Do it.
Okay.
All right.
I'll look into it.
Thanks for calling, Millie. Nice to talk to you, darling.
All right. I will keep you updated, I promise.
Right.
All right?
You can start work on that as soon as we finish the show today. You know what I'm like. If I know someone's sitting there wondering what to do with their lives, I like to give people jobs.
Well, it's not as if I'm ever bored, Chris. You know I'm always doing
that,
something.
dear. But you do several things at the same time, which means sometimes you miss what's going on around you. For example, for the Swiss show this morning, you didn't know it was starting at 11 instead of 10, and I did mention that a couple of times last week. You weren't paying my full attention, dear.
Well, sweetie, you forgot. I'm 6 hours. I'm 6 hours behind you, dear.
Yeah, I know. Right, Millie, thanks for calling, darling.
Okay, love you a lot.
See you soon.
Talk
Bye-bye.
to you soon.
There we
Bye.
are, Millie in Minnesota. Always a pleasure to talk to our regular people on the phone there. Fag Ash Lil says, my brother was evil. We're talking about whether you used to fight with your brothers and sisters, did you? Fag Ash Lil, my brother was evil. He's 9 years older than me, and he used to grab me by the ankles and bounce me around the house on my head. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not funny. Oh, me and my sister used to fight. Terrible. Oh, terrible. And what did I do to her? I did something really bad and I got in terrible... Or I got a fork and I dug it in her arm. I did. How old was I? 13, 14, something like that. Oh, I was horrible, brother. But then she used to wind me up. Oh, she used to wind me up. Something chronic she did. And I'd get the one... Did I get the blame? Not most of the time. And then we'd be in the back of the car. My dad would be driving us to the... seaside or something like that, and often he'd have to stop the car and go, will you two pack it up? I'll give you a good hiding. Yeah, we all used to... Oh, it was terrible. Did you used to fight with your brothers and sisters? Let us know, boys and girls, okay? Millie, do you have Lee Mills's Skype thing? I think you must have. Have you got Lee Mills's Skype thing? Can you let me know that? Because he will help you if you want any help with that thing as well. Okay? Other things I wanted to talk about today. Oh, yes. You know, on Facebook, here's a question for you. On Facebook, if you're someone's friend on there and they suddenly aren't a friend anymore, would that be called unfriended or defriended? Okay? You know, have I been defriended by someone? That's the question. Have I been defriended or unfriended with someone on Facebook? Have you been unfriended or defriended with someone on Facebook? No, not befriended. Lee says, is it befriended? No. Not be. It's if you are someone's friend on there, okay? If you're someone's friend on your Facebook and suddenly you notice that they are not your friend anymore, have you been defriended or unfriended? I wonder if Suko in New York knows the answer to this. Hello, Suko. Suko?
Can you hear me?
1 minute. Speak up, darling.
Let me hang up and...
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine, dear. Oh, I can hear myself coming back, dear.
I know, but I'm gonna put it on the... Let me hang up and I'll call you back.
All right, darling, there we are. Suko, she's never able to get it right. I've noticed this. She does a little insert for another programme on a tiny little radio station up in Manchester. Surprising that they're still on air, to be honest. But she does a little insert there with some entertainment news. And she's never able to get it right, dear. It's always, oh, I can't hear you. Oh, it's echo. She forgets to turn things off. I think it's her age, to be honest. I mean, we all start forgetting things, don't we? I mean, I almost forgot to get up this morning. You know, anyway, let's try this now. Let's try this. Push that up. Good morning, Suko. Hello, dear. Oh, she can't work the equipment, can she? Have I got the right button up myself? Hello? No, we can't hear a thing, dear. No, not a thing. We can't hear you at all now, Suko. What have you done, dear? Not a thing, not a thing. Oh, isn't it hopeless? Oh, God, so why can't these people work their equipment? Now, Lee Mills says it's defriended. Is it defriended? So, because I thought I'd been defriended by someone the other day because I noticed I hadn't been getting his posts through. But apparently, apparently, just a minute now. Hello, Lee.
Good morning.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought it was me for a minute. That's working all right, dear. Poor old Suko. She can't get her equipment right this morning, dear.
Oh, dear.
I know. Is your Skype working now?
Sorry, who is it? Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, I'm glad, because you had a problem last week. What did you do to fix that, or did it just resolve itself?
Hang on a minute.
Oh, no, don't start doing that. Don't start doing that, eating while I'm doing this. I hate that. Oh, isn't he disgusting? He sits there.
no.
You can see him, can't you? Sitting there in... You can say we're talking about Ross Patzelt, who does the occasional show here now on Saturdays, and you can actually see him sitting there in the middle of this like threadbare carpet, surrounded by by boxes of fast food from fast food like pizza packets and burgers. He sits there munching a family-sized bag of Doritos, drinking cans of lager, belching on air. I mean, it's just Jabba the Hutt. He is Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
Don't do it, because I'll cut you off.
I'm
All right?
kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I don't care. I will cut you off if you do it. So
I'm not being funny, but when I listened in the other day to his podcast, I ended up switching off.
Yeah, I did as well.
Couldn't listen to it.
I can't remember what was going on there. Was he doing with something with young Mikey? Mikey, you're better off without him, mate. I know you're trying to grab on to people to become a star. It ain't going to happen with Ross Patzelt.
Definitely not.
So you reckon it's it's not beheaded, is it, Lee?
It's defriended. I do a lot of it. I have a lot of friend requests, and I do go through my Facebook and delete a hell of a lot of them.
Oh, do you really? I didn't know that.
Well, you never talk to him, do you?
No, just got a message here from Christopher. Hello, Christopher. How are you? Can't remember. Are you Christopher McGrath? Is he in South East London?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, he's in Alresford, isn't he? That's right.
I'll soon tell you. Whoever's logged on to the website.
No. Don't worry. Don't worry. You don't need to do any of that. Don't need to do any of that because we're having a conversation. Chris, I'd love to talk to you about Alresford if you're free in a few minutes' time when I finish with Lee and I don't know if Suko's going to have another go. Eh?
Maidstone.
Maidstone in Kent. Oh right, okay, I know Maidstone. Yeah, I think I've gone through there very quickly on the Eurostar. Possibly. Does that go through Maidstone?
Probably not. I don't know. I ain't been on it.
Have you been on the Eurostar?
Never been on it.
Oh, wonderful, dear. It's so well, it's not fast. I don't know. I think have they got the high speed link line now or not? This end.
I think they have. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, because in France, I mean, it tears through the countryside. It's so fast. Wonderful train. And so much better than flying, Lee.
Have you took your car through on it?
Who is it?
Do you put your car on?
No. I don't want... No. Oh, hello, it's Gary in Northern Ireland. No. Where's Gary in Northern Ireland? Sorry, but I'm sorry. We're taking the Michael out of one of the corners. Don't Gary. We love Gary. We love Gary.
Right, get this.
No, I've never taken my car through. I don't like to drive in foreign countries unless they're on the same side of the road as us. I drive in Ireland. I've driven in Australia. I have driven in America as well, and they drive on the incorrect side of the road. I mean, why can't everyone fit in with us? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some outside broadcasting for United Kingdom Radio soon.
Oh, is this coming from a chip shop somewhere?
No. This is coming out from the city centre of Norwich.
No.
Yeah. We're going to connect up to a shop that we've got cahoots with.
Ooh.
And they're going to connect up with us. So in the glorious sunshine of Norwich...
Oh.
We're going to have a sofa on the street.
A sofa on the street?
Sofa on the street.
I like the sound of this.
Yeah. And,
who is it? Carry on.
Have a 2-hour show.
Yep.
And we're going to do it from the streets of Norwich and also on the hills of Norwich as well, so you can look over Norwich.
On the hills? You'll be able to do your own version of The Sound of Music. The hills... No, just a minute. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Maybe, and I did see your video.
Well, yes. doing?
What was you doing at the BBC Norwich studios? And did you have permission to do that?
Oh, yes. Of course I did.
I don't believe that for one moment. Did you meet any stars?
Well, there's not really many stars at the BBC, is there?
Well, not in Norwich, Gerard. You have local newsreaders who think they're stars.
Yeah. But no, we just went in there. We just did a quick dress rehearsal.
Who is it?
Yeah, and hopefully I'll be starting on BBC Look East in a couple of weeks' time.
We've got a message here from Fag Ash Lil talking about Ross's podcast. Hey, that's not fair. You two switched that podcast off the other day. I sat and suffered it. She also says, hey Chris, did you have the trips to the seaside in the car only for the weather to be so bad you had to sit in the car and eat your fish and chips and then go straight home? No, I don't think we did ever do that actually. There were times, this is the only thing of going on holiday in the UK. You've got to be prepared for the worst weather because it's not always very good. Mind you, Lee, I've been to Florida. And there, the storms can come over in a matter of seconds. Literally, you can be walking through Disney World or something like that, Lee, and it's bright and very, very hot and sticky.
Yeah.
And no wind whatsoever. I mean, nothing. And from nowhere comes this wind, and the trees bend right out. It's like something out of a film. The trees suddenly bend right over because they've got these palm trees. And within this, we're talking about the space of 15 seconds here, and these great big black clouds roll in ever so quickly, thunder, lightning, the lot, and it chucks it down. This lasts for a few minutes. 10 minutes later, you would never have known anything happened. It really is as quick as that. I mean,
Right.
It really is as quick as that.
I want to go to America.
Oh, well, you'll have to save up then, mate.
I want to go to Hawaii
Now,
as well.
I'm just going to complain here about Mikey Holt has just sent a message. Chris, you should take the audio stream introduction off. It's far too long. And exactly. He's said that without actually checking it. And yes, here he goes. Oh, you already have. Well, but see, Mikey, don't start criticising until you find out that you see got it wrong again, dear.
He's only 10, isn't he?
He's 15.
No, he's 10.
Is he 10? No.
Yeah.
Is he?
Someone wants to know what's the thing behind your head. That is the London Eye picture at night, at dusk actually, all lit up at dusk.
Yes, that's a London Eye picture.
It looks if it's Christmas as well, because there's lights in the trees.
No, aren't those lights are in the trees all the time, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. I think they only put them up at Christmas.
Do you know, I'm not sure of that now, because of course I went on the London Eye a few weeks ago. I hated it, but I would love to do a show from the London Eye. That could be quite camp, wouldn't it?
See, this is the plan. This is the plan to get some outside broadcast going, so we can get the members of the public involved.
Members of the public. Oh, I like the sound of that. Yes. Now, Suko has requested that she be added to this conversation.
I'll get in.
Let me just see how to do this then. Oh, Suko, you're asking something now, dear. How do I do this?
You just add to conversation, and unless she's on mine.
No, don't add her. Don't you do it. I need to learn how to do that. Add people. Oh, add people. Okay. One minute.
Ooh.
We don't want too many people. I don't usually like to do 3 ways. Pardon?
Don't you like a conference call?
No, I don't actually, because it gets just too complicated. Okay, let's do this. Then. Right, I'm trying to add Suko now for you. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Suko.
Hello.
All right, darling.
Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon.
You managed to sort it out then, dear?
I did, and let me explain why that happens. Because if I'm listening to you on the external speakers and then you call me without me knowing before, so I can change it to the headphones.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well,
I know how to do it, and it doesn't happen on Sundays.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're hardly on there. How long did you do? You didn't do yesterday, did you?
I didn't do yesterday. Jade had competition yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, Jade, your daughter, dancing competition.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Very well.
Yeah.
Last year she won. This year she was in the top 10.
Yeah. Wonderful. Did she win anything?
Yeah, she won 2 trophies and lots of ribbons.
Oh, wonderful! You must be.
And
very...
she had the highest level of.
You must be
high gold.
Very proud, mummy.
I was very proud.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're just talking about doing the show from the London Eye. What do you want us to hear you barfing?
Oh, I hated it. I wasn't keen on it at all. But I wish I'd taken up my video camera because the little film that I play. I've just, funnily enough, I've just remade the end film. On my recorded shows.
Yeah.
The UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. I've just redone the recorded film at the end to include lots of lovely spring flowers and a nice little film of Katie, my cat. Who is it?
That's nice. Yeah. So nice.
I think so as well.
I tuned in when you were talking about unfriending.
Yes, unfriending or defriending.
Well, unfriending happens to be the Oxford English Dictionary's word of the year.
Oh,
you know how they add new words to the dictionary every year.
Now, I've got that it'd be in the new one, will it? Okay, I won't have it in mine. Okay, go on.
And I always check them out, so I'm going to tell you a few.
Yep.
There's a few elisions, which are a combining of 2 words. Vlog, a blog that contains video material.
Right, yes.
Frenemy, one who pretends to be a friend but is actually an enemy.
Right. Frenemy. Oh, that's a good one. Frenemy. I think that's Lee Mills, actually. He's a frenemy.
Is Lee on?
Yeah, he's with us as well, yeah.
Oh, hi, Lee. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Yes, it's morning here, and I just woke up because we got home very, very late last night. In fact, Jade hasn't gone to school yet. She's missing the first 2 periods.
Ooh.
I let her sleep in.
Oh, that's not very good. I think you should be taken to the authorities for that.
No, she's only missing gym and study hall.
No. Detrimental to your child's education. What do you reckon,
Listen,
Lee?
my daughter is a top dancer and has a 97 average in school, so I think she can miss a little.
Wow.
Anyway, let's go back to the words.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? What is Ross Patzel in the Oxford Dictionary?
Look under Jabberwocky.
Wait. Yeah. Oh, it isn't here. It says a sock puppet.
I love it.
Okay. Did you ever hear this word? And I don't think this is an American word. This is snollygoster.
Snollygoster?
Yeah, it's a shrewd, unprincipled person, especially a politician, who is guided by personal advantage rather than by consistent, respectable principles.
Oh,
and then
that wouldn't be me, Suko, would it, darling?
No, not at all.
We have a listener in Germany.
We do
and then
indeed,
there's
yes,
slum
yes.
landlord, Chris Reardon.
A what? A slum landlord? What a cheek! Excuse me, my property's a very respectable places, dear.
Oh, that's not what I've heard. Anyway,
How
moving
dare
on.
Who told you that? That blooming James
moving
Dean.
along.
Was that James Dean told you that?
He didn't have to tell me that.
Oh dear.
I have other connections, you know.
Slum properties? How dare you? What a blooming cheek that is! God, I had one of the flats double glazed last year at enormous cost to me.
Does that mean you're a slumdog millionaire?
Eh?
Does that mean you're a slumdog millionaire?
I'm not a dog and I don't have slums.
Okay, well, shall we move along?
Yes, moving on. I'm sorry, I'm Suko, we've got to go now. We're running out of time. Sorry, darling. You carry on, darling, don't worry. We've got a couple of people wanting to talk as well. But they'll be all right. I hope you don't mind waiting for a little while, my lovely callers.
They don't mind?
No, they don't mind.
I don't want to hog
Suko.
the airwaves because, well...
I don't think you're a hog at all.
Okay, I'm not.
Suko, here's something I wanted to do on the show today. Repetitive things that people say. When
like
you're out...
fantastic.
Eh?
I say fantastic all the time.
Is that an annoying thing? Do you think that annoys people?
I think it annoys me that I do it.
All right. Anything that people say to you in the street or in the shops or something like that annoys you? Friends that keep saying the same thing. Who is it? Sorry, I'm having one of my fits again. I do have Tourette's syndrome. Don't you know that?
Yeah, I've heard it over the years, especially, and I love the way you move your head when you do that.
What do you
anyway,
mean? What do you mean?
Let's see. Well, people always say how are you, and they don't really mean it.
Right,
so
how
you want
are
to
you?
say, do you really care, or are you just saying it for conversation?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What can you answer that one with? When I go, oh, hello, Chris, how are you? And it annoys me. It annoys me. You hear people doing it to people ringing in on the radio as well.
Yeah.
How are you? What can you do to answer that one? What did you just say then?
Well, you could say what I just said. Do you really mean it, or are you just using it for conversation's sake?
Right, okay. Do you really mean it? All right. What else you got there, Suko? Anything else, darling?
You want some more words?
Some more. No. Some more things that people repetitively say to you in the streets. I know that American one, dear.
What's that?
As you leave the shop, what do they say to you?
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. But they don't mean it. Why do they say it? Why do they say it?
Well, I say that. I'll say have a great weekend, or so. I always say have a great day.
I tell you what, when I was in Florida,
it's just a platitude.
When I was in Florida for the first time, early 90s, we had a pizza somewhere, and I left unknowing that your tip culture over there. So we didn't leave a tip. He didn't say have a nice day.
Oh no!
I can actually see him now.
Let me tell you a tip story. In New York, we pay sales tax, and it's about 8%.
Right.
So you to figure your tip, you double the tax. So because most people leave between 15 and 20%.
Right.
So I usually double the tax, and then add a dollar or two.
Okay.
So I was up in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and we went to this great restaurant. The waiter was fantastic. I was treating my family, and I double the tax, and I leave, and I walk out, and he was really cold when we walked out, and he was so friendly during the meal.
Yeah.
And
as
I'm walking down the street, I realized their tax is only 5%. So I doubled the tax, and I gave him 10%. He was really teed off.
I know. That was the exact...
So I did go back, and he goes, "Oh, I was wondering." He really said that. "Oh, I was wondering."
Well, that's exactly how our restaurant bloke was with her. He was so friendly and chatty. When we got up and there was nothing on the plate, the whole attitude completely changed. It completely changed to something really miserable. Yeah. What about you, Lee? Have you got anything that people say to you when and it just annoys you?
Yeah. Someone when they go chat, when they keep replaying that bloody jingle.
What shot? Shot?
Chat. Want some chat?
What's that then?
Well,
I've never heard that one.
Have you not? Well, in my last promo, Ross cut it all up and cut the bit chat out. And because obviously I've got more of a deeper voice than Ross Patzell.
Right.
it
Well,
just
I
sort
think
of-
we all have, dear.
I think, that's a general.
Even me.
Well, you know that. You know why that is, don't you? Because his vocal cords have been squeezed together by all the fat around it, and the sound when it comes out. You try it yourself. Look, whistle with a loud mouth, with a wide mouth, and now whistle with making the hole small. See, it goes higher. That's what's happened to him. All the
Darling,
fat.
I don't think it
all
was
the
his
fat is,
vocal cords
It
that were
is.
squeezed.
All the fat is squeezed together. The vocal cords.
It's not the vocal cords that were squeezed.
No, seriously. Ask me that question again.
What?
Ask me that question again.
What things that people say annoy you?
Right. When you ask someone if they're okay and they say yeah, but they're not really okay, that annoys me.
Oh, right.
When you know that you know they're not all right.
You
But
okay?
when-
That's what I mean by saying, do you really care, or are you just using it for conversation?
Yeah, and I hope that both of you notice that I don't use any of those things when I ring you up. I don't ring up, hello, Suko, how are you? Have I ever said that? No.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. Don't lie in my face.
Oh, you have.
Just because you lot have got more bombs than us, don't use that on this programme, please.
Because, wait, I know that you care so much about me.
I do care, darling. I do care.
Is
Oh,
it?
I
do
care
care.
about you, too.
Right, let's move on. Thank you very much, you two.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Have a great day.
Yes, we're going to see if we get any more of these little sayings in at the moment from anyone else. Thank you, Suko. Thank you, Lee. Lee,
You're welcome. Have
Lee,
a great day.
Lee, you're on again tonight, aren't you? Oh, he's gone already.
I think he's gone.
Oh, good. There's no loss there then, really, is there? See you,
Oh,
Suko.
we
Bye-bye, darling.
Okay, bye.
Cheerio now. There we are, Suko and Lee Mills, who will be on here on United Kingdom Radio at 8 o'clock tonight, okay? I think we're going over to Germany now. And Yannick Clay, hopefully, who's there somewhere. Let's have a little look at that call. Is that him on there yet? I know he was waiting to be called in there. Little message here from Suko, who says she will try and tune into Lee a little bit later, which is rather nice. Okay, Yannick, you there?
Hello.
Hello, Yannick. Sam, if you can call back after the call with Yannick, and I'll take you then, Sam. All right? Sorry, I can't take you both. I don't like to take two people at the same time. Hello, Yannick. How's life in Germany?
Life's okay at the moment.
Is it? I can't remember how old you are. Is it 16?
I'm 18 now.
18. You still at school, or are you at
Yeah,
work?
I'm still at school. I leave school next year.
Okay. Do you know what you want to do yet?
Not really.
I have to tell you.
I'm a bit indecisive.
Yeah, don't worry too much about that. I know, like, when you're at school and that, people were off. Oh, you've got to decide what you want to do and this, that and the other. To be honest, I left school at 18. Well, I did stay for a year in sixth form. To be honest, that was a complete and utter waste of time because I had no interest in anything academic. You know, I couldn't. I find it very difficult to learn from a book or even from a teacher. I learn easily if, for example, say you were a carpenter, right? And I want to do woodwork. If you took me to your carpentry woodwork place and showed me what to do, I would pick it up like that. I cannot learn from books. And I remember being at school in my later years, and they were saying, oh, you've got to decide what you'd want to do. This is a very important time of your life, 16 and all that. Well, to be honest, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was 27. And between 18 and 27, I kind of pottered around. I worked in a couple of shops. Then I worked for British Telecom. I was a telephone engineer. And then at 27, or earlier than that, my sister's engagement party. I went to my sister's engagement party and there was this bloke on a stage playing records and entertaining people. And I saw him and I thought, that's the right job. That's what I want to do. and I didn't do it until I didn't get into it properly till I was 27. Although although about 21, 22, 23, when I saw this bloke do it, I started getting together little bits and pieces, record players and records, and that's so I wouldn't worry too much as long as you got a job. Are you going straight to work at 18 or what?
No. Sometimes I do some jobs in the holidays, but at the moment I'm not doing any jobs. I want to wait till I've left school and then I take up some jobs, maybe working in a supermarket or something like that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with working in a supermarket. Nothing wrong.
You've done that before?
Yes, I
a few
have.
times.
Yeah, nothing. I haven't worked in McDonald's, but sometimes people come up to me, young people come up to me while I'm DJing. Oh, I think it's wonderful what you do. I've just got a job, and I say, well, what you do? Oh, I'm working. Oh no, I'm not saying it's too embarrassing. I said, well, what is it? Go on. I work in McDonald's, or I do cleaning, and I'm like, well, don't run yourself down. You have got a job. You
Exactly,
are
yeah.
earning money. McDonald's isn't the best payer in the world, I'm sure, but you can live off it.
And last year in the summer holidays, I was working on a building site, and that's quite a hard job,
Yes,
especially in the summer when it's hot.
Oh, blimey! I tell you what, it's bad enough in. Are you in Germany now?
Yeah, I'm in Germany at the moment. Yeah,
It's bad enough being somewhere like the UK or Germany, right? But working in that heat, you imagine that in somewhere like Australia.
oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. Some of these Brits, they come out there, they go out there to live, and they then find that they're working in this heat, and that is really hard going. I mean, really hard going. That is, Oh, sorry, let me just turn you down a little bit. There we are. Anyway, so do you like working? I mean, do you feel sort of called to working on building sites or something like that?
Yeah, it was quite a good experience, to be honest. I just wanted to know what it's like, and I quite liked it.
Right. Okay. Do you think you could do that as a job, or is it too much hard work, mate?
It's too much hard work as a job, as a long-term job.
It's also a long day, isn't it?
Yeah. I always got up at 8 o'clock, and then I had to be there at 9, which was pretty reasonable. But I finished work always at 6 o'clock in the evening.
So you were doing 9 till 6?
Yeah.
It's a long day.
A long day indeed. And I was so knackered at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh, well, as I say, don't worry too much. Just get a job of some sort and then potter along until you decide what you really want to do. You've got a few years there.
Yeah.
You won't be going to college or anything after that?
Maybe to uni, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I admit that, I didn't leave school until I was 18 because I was scared to leave school. I was scared to go out into the open world, so I thought, I'll hang on in school for another year.
Yeah, but after a while, I'm getting a little bit fed up with school, I just want to get out there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Is there so, let me think. Now, anything, repetitive things that people say that annoy you, anything like that?
Some people, they often say basically.
Basically, oh yeah, that's one. Well, basically, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Or to be honest with you, or to be fair.
Oh, to be fair.
To be fair, yeah.
Some people
say that in every sentence.
Well, that to be honest one is being used by a lot of people now, as kind of a cop out. When they've upset someone, oh, well, I was only being honest. I think that's a bit of a cop out, that one. Don't upset people, unless they're in the public domain. I suppose really sitting here doing this show, you kind of set yourself up for perhaps people to knock you down a bit. But is it really necessary to say something that's going to upset people? And they come out with, well, I was only being honest. Well, I don't know about that. I'm not too keen on that, really.
Well, Ross Patzell's a bit like that as well.
Oh, he is, dear,
He always says, honesty's the best policy.
I don't know. I don't think it is at all. I don't think it is at all. It's like, I do these karaoke nights, right? I never, if someone is a really bad singer, or no, anyone who can't sing, I never tell them. I absolutely never tell them. No. Why should you ruin someone's night? They think they can sing, right? Everyone knows what a karaoke night's about. There are some very, very good singers. There are some dire singers. But I would never tell them. Why upset them?
Exactly,
And
yeah.
I do not agree with that. Honesty is the best policy. It's like people dying in hospital, right? So you've got someone dying in hospital. Hello, no, I'm afraid you've got 3 days left. You have then taken away all their hope. And
Yeah.
they can then probably have 3 days of panicking. Why tell them in the first place? Let them go. Just let
Yeah.
them go. Don't tell them.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I don't
I
agree.
see what you mean.
I don't always agree with honesty. But I'm going to be honest with you now, Yannick, and tell you this was a nice phone call.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
All right? Don't worry too much about your school. I know you'll be probably under pressure by your teachers, and I don't know what your parents
Yeah,
are
a little
like as
bit,
well,
yeah.
but to try and find something, just get a job and then have a look around and then decide what you want to do. Give yourself a
Okay.
couple of years, mate.
Thanks for the advice.
All right?
All
Nice-
right, mate.
Nice to talk to you, Yannick. Good luck.
All right.
Bye-bye
Bye.
now. Bye. There we are. Yannick in Germany. I'm not quite sure what part of Germany is in there. I think Sam wanted to call in. We had a phone call from Sam a second ago. So if you want to give us another call, Sam, I don't know if I can call you back. Let's have a look there. What's the date today? 5th of April. Sam. There we go. Sam, okay, if you wanted to call us back now, you're quite welcome in having a little bit of a chat there, all right? We're talking about things that people say to you, repetitive things that really get on your nerves. My biggest bugbearer is when you're when you're in a shop somewhere, okay? And someone says to you, "Can you enter your PIN, please?" That really gets on my nerves. You're standing there at the checkout. You put your credit card in the machine. She does her bit on the till. "Can you enter your PIN, please?" I know I've got to enter my PIN. I have to enter my PIN every single time I put this damn card in the slots. You don't have to keep telling me. "Can you enter your PIN, please?" That annoys me. That's one that annoys me. What annoys you? Okay? What annoys you? Repetitive things people say to you in a shop or just walking around your normal life. Let us know. Our Skype in this afternoon, as always, is United Kingdom Radio. All right? The Skype in is United Kingdom Radio. Or you can call in on the phone 020 3287 1488. 020 3287 1488. Or indeed, you can join in on the email chris at unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Chris at unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Christopher, do you want to call in now? Or do you want me to call you, I wonder? Oh, yes. Christopher says, what annoys me is when people say, "At the end of the day..." Well, Christopher, at the end of the day, you can call in now. That's another good one, right? At the end of the day. Let's write that one down as well. Where is it now? At the end of the day. At the end of the day. Anyone else? Eh? What annoys you when you're talking to people? Or at the end of the supermarket. Back in the supermarket again. So you're there. You got your goods. They've all been done. All 2 items. Do you need any help packing? They sound like robots. People have become robotized. Is that a word, I wonder? Robotized. They have absolutely become robotized. They come out with the same expression time in, time out, and it's so boring. What happened to conversation? And these people in Sainsbury's, I swear the people in Sainsbury's have been told to try and strike up conversations with people. And it doesn't work. Mikey Holtz in
Good
Grantham in
afternoon.
Lincolnshire. Good morning.
Right, it's 1:15 in the afternoon. It's the afternoon.
Well, it may be afternoon, for there's a time difference between Berkshire and Lincolnshire now. Didn't you know that?
Oh no, what's the time difference?
An hour and a quarter.
All right. Well, it's still afternoon then, isn't it?
Who is it? Blah, blah, blah.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Mikey. Nice to hear from you.
Technically just afternoon.
Here's another man who's off school at the moment.
Yay. Yes.
When are
I
you
was
back?
listening to Lee Mills was on your show earlier.
Right, yeah.
He mentioned that people were playing the clip, which is
Chance.
that clip.
Oh, right, yes.
Chance.
Yeah, just that clip.
Yeah.
So it's quite funny because his voice suddenly changes. So it's like, that's what he needs to do. He needs to do a good old
Well,
Claire.
there's a lot of ums and ers in his show. Have you noticed that?
Oh, I don't listen. It's just him playing with toys and eating sweets.
Who is?
Lee Mills.
Oh, is that what he's usually doing? Playing with bits and pieces? He's got new bits of technology that he's had
He's
delivered.
got little toys and games and stuff, which
So-
don't actually involve the listener. He just sits there playing with his little toys.
Talking of which, would you like one of those new iPads?
No,
Why? Oh, I like the
because
look
there's
of that.
no use for them. You might as well. You'll be better off getting an iPod Touch.
Oh, I think my nephew's got one of those. Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah.
iPod Touch.
Yeah, I've got one too.
Has it got... Can he get Wi-Fi? Yeah, I'm sure he watches things on the internet on it as well. Is that
Yeah,
that
you
right?
can.
It's got Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I think he probably sits there and watches all my shows.
What, on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm sure he will do.
I've only listened to your shows on
You don't you don't like recorded, do you?
No.
That's fair enough.
No real interaction.
No, just me rabbiting on about nothing as usual.
Well, it's not nothing. You have an extreme amount of topics that are on your page. There's about 50 things. I'm thinking, well, now he's got the live stuff. He doesn't have to talk about so much.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. Why don't you do another couple of live ones and drop the recorded ones, aren't you?
No, you don't have to. Don't worry.
Couple
There,
of
I'll pat you better.
Well, a couple of people have said that actually. But I don't know. I get the quality, the much better quality being able to do recorded shows. The live show, I know that the video isn't as important as the audio. The audio is the same. It's just as good quality on one or the other.
Yeah.
But video-wise, I quite like to go out sometimes into the garden. In fact, tomorrow's show, as already recorded, is from my garden. Okay? And I quite like to do that. I can't really... To do that with a live show would entail an awful lot of work. An awful lot of work, setting everything up and taking it back down again. With a recorded show, I literally go out there with my little television camera.
Thing is, though, if you've got the iPod and you've got the headset with it, you can actually connect to Skype on the Wi-Fi, and you could actually take the iPod outside, so you could do a little outside broadcast.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have my widescreen and all that, would I?
Well, no, it means just for audio.
It just wouldn't look as good, Mikey. You
No,
know?
I mean just if you're doing an audio-based show.
Yeah. You did a little show last night with the karaoke, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a bit of karaoke last night.
Is it you singing or everyone?
I sung, my co-host sung, but that was it.
What did you sing?
It's a bit of a dead show last night.
Oh, was it? Well, don't worry. Don't let that get you down. What, you mean not many people joining in?
Well, a significantly less amount than usual, shall we say.
Yeah, well, don't worry. They were probably out doing other things.
Yeah, most
Mikey,
likely.
listen.
You were asking what I sung?
Yeah.
Well, I sung an excellent song, and I think I'll actually give you a little rendition.
Give us one chorus.
The chorus.
Yeah. All right, or a verse. You get 20 seconds worth. Go on.
Hang on. I've lost the lyrics. There's nothing left to make me feel. So
Do it
I've
in
lost the
tune.
lyrics. Hang on.
Do it
I'll
in
just do
tune.
the chorus.
Here we go.
Gold. Always believe in your soul. You got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in Chris Reardon's United Kingdom talk. Always believe in the show. It can keep you entertained. for a few hours. Listen again and again. There, I customised
Well,
it.
I think you could possibly release that as a single.
Yes, it'll be your new intro.
Christopher McGrath says that's the Halifax advert. Is it?
Yeah, there's a... Oh, have you seen that?
Is it still the black guy with the glasses doing that?
No,
or not?
I'll
is he gone now?
Yeah.
Oh, I liked him. I thought he was really good.
Chris, do you know how to play like video from your on your stream, like so it goes out?
No.
All right then.
Can I do that then?
There's probably a way. Yeah, this is it.
No, I don't think.
You're listening to the Halifax Breakfast Show. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us.
Whoa, hang on, Jules. We don't like to just say hi to all our reward current account customers.
A little extra.
Hey, hang on a
They
minute,
get
hang on a minute.
£5 each month.
Hang on a minute. Halifax aren't getting any money. They're not sending any money in here to advertise their services. So if you don't mind, we won't have any of that.
Huh?
What?
What?
We won't have any of that. They're not sending in any money to advertise their services here.
Yeah, but here's the gold. Here's the gold bit.
Ah.
Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're in.
And this video with it as well.
Oh well, I don't know how to do that. I'm afraid I don't know how to do that. Not on the basic Ustream thing. I think
Couldn't you just turn the camera around?
Oh, what, to face the to face the screen? You mean? I suppose you could, couldn't you?
There's your YouTube
don't
link.
know.
It's basically like a radio studio.
It's all very complex. All very complex. I tell you, Mikey.
Maybe one day I'll do a video show, but that day's
Well,
not.
we're waiting, Mikey. We are waiting
Date's
for the
not
Mikey
today.
Holt video show in colour.
Well, it's
Isn't it
only
funny?
in
What-
Technicolor.
Why is it? Why is it? You know, with webcams and things like that, as soon as they came out, they were colour, weren't they? Always been in colour. How comes in the old days we had to go through black and white till we got to colour? And yet when webcams came out, there were no...
The technology was already available.
It's all very clever. I don't understand any of it, Mikey.
Well, when the technology for colour came out, then obviously they were able to make things straight in colour.
Someone's jumped on the bandwagon, I reckon. Christopher says, please don't show it. It's another thing that annoys me. What things that people say to you annoy you, Mikey? Anything in particular?
Seriously.
I know something that probably annoys you. Ross Pat's out saying, please ring me. Does that annoy you?
Or his annoying jingles. The Ross Patel Geeka. Where it's got all echoey, flangery, reverb, warehouse, prod, whatever. effects.
Warehouse or something. I don't know what's going on there. I really don't. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Burp, burp, burp.
Yeah, he was eating bloody Doritos on his show last week.
And swearing as well, Mikey. Something that you don't hear on this programme, I wish to add.
Well, the swearing's not that bad, Chris.
Oh, it is. And talking of that, I did have a little listen to your podcast a couple of weeks ago. I was shocked and horrified, Mikey Holtz.
I'm sorry.
There were several words there that were used. Who are those people that ring into your show? Are they school friends or what?
No, they're fellow Talk Radio fans.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Where are they today? They're not ringing me, are they?
Well, no, because it is a Monday lunchtime and people tend to be at work then, which is why I try to do my shows at weekends.
Very, very disappointed. Anyway, the schedule is still not filling up. We're desperate for people to do shows here on United Kingdom Radio, dear.
Oh, I'll hug the microphone so it's like hugging you.
Yeah, hug it. Oh, no, hang on, let me hug mine. I'm hugging mine as well now. Hugging my microphone. Anything else that people say to you that annoys you?
Not that annoys me, no. Let me try and find something.
Don't be playing bits of music now.
Oh.
Did you hear me singing this morning on my Swiss show?
United Kingdom.
Oh no, don't play that piece of
What a
rubbish.
jingle.
One of the worst radio jingles of all time. Go on, play it.
Radio.
Play it.
Hot sound.
Play it. Listen to this, everyone.
Talk Radio from the UK. United Kingdom Radio. Ross Patzelt.
There we are, one of the worst radio jingles of all time. I've just noticed on my video screen, my picture keeps flashing. Do I need some more light on it? I think I need another light on. Just a minute now. Turn the light on there. I think we're bright enough in here. There we are. Because it's a beautiful day outside again. The sun is beaming. It's shining here, Mikey. Here's another thing for you, Mikey.
Quite bright in Grantham, I must say.
Eh?
It's quite bright in Grantham.
Oh, is it? Well, I'm up there next week. I'm up your way next week.
I was going to say, in Grantham, what are you doing there? I know you're in a thingy spa.
Woodall Spa. Yeah, but
So-
sometimes my nephew likes to go to Grantham.
Really?
Yeah, because you've got the... Is it not my nephew? I'm sorry, my sister. There's a department store there. What's it called?
Downtown.
No, not downtown. Any others?
TK Maxx?
No. Department store.
Well...
That's like a shop with lots of different departments in it.
Yeah, downtown's a department store.
No, I don't think it was called that.
It's like on. Have you ever been there yourself?
Hang on, am I getting you?
It's on a roundabout.
I think I might be getting you mixed up with somewhere else. Yes, I am. No, it's me who came to Grantham. I think I went to Grantham last time. There's an estate agent up there.
Oh yeah, which
It's on the
place?
corner and it's got its own little car park.
Oh, Connell's.
No.
What, the one?
Oh, what's it called now?
I think I know which one you mean. It's
Sequence? No. William something. William H. Brown.
All right, yeah.
William H. Brown. You know where that is?
Not sure. I'll just brush
Okay.
up. I'll
Well,
have
that's
a
on.
look
Well, you know where Subway is.
Oh yeah.
There's Subway, and if you walk up there, after that is like a hairdresser's on the right.
There's a lot of hairdressers in Grantham.
Oh, well, yeah, but after Subway, you keep walking up the hill.
What,
Okay.
towards thingy, yeah.
All right, and then there's a hairdresser's, and then you walk up a bit further, and I think there's no shops, and you come to the end, and there's a estate agent there, William H. Brown, because I've got one of my places is up there in Tattershall, and they look after it for me there. Yeah, so I have been to Grantham. I know. It's like it's quite a narrow road, really, isn't it? With the shops either side.
Yeah. William H. Brown.
I know, so I might have to go up there
That's
while I'm
got
there.
Street View.
Might have to go up while I'm there. If you
Well, maybe I'll bump into you. Oh yes, William H. Brown. I know what that is. Yeah.
want. William H. Brown. Then the next time it's oh yes.
Marks
Yes,
and Spencer's opposite.
My friend is something to do with that. You can point.
I walk that way when I go for lunch at school.
Oh, do you?
I
you back
usually
at school
call you when I'm walking up there. How weird is that?
What day are you back at school next week?
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday. Oh, it must be when my nephew goes back then. Tuesday.
Mm.
I'm actually up there on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and I usually come back late Tuesday night. I drive around very late at night because it's wonderful driving around. Then sort of I'll leave my sister's house probably at 10 o'clock at night. And then I just whisk home, and there's no traffic or anything, and it's wonderful because you've got my little iPod thing. Not iPod. I've got
MP3.
MP3. I've got a creative Zen Stone.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah, but I do found the annoying thing with it is when the battery starts going, right?
Yeah.
And you switch it off. When you switch it on again,
Switch on.
it doesn't start in the place that you switched it off.
That's the annoying thing.
That is so annoying because it will go back to whatever it was before the battery started dying.
Yeah, that's a really annoying thing. Say you're listening to a podcast. It's 2 hours long. You're an hour and 30 minutes in. It'll start from the beginning.
I actually found an iPod.
You found one?
Yes, I found an iPod.
What, in the street?
Well, yeah, a couple of months ago. Literally, in the street, I found an iPod, but I don't seem to be able to put anything on it. I don't understand how it works.
What type is it?
It's a little blue thing. I don't know, about the size of half... I've got a Nokia 5800.
Size of half a £5 note, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, iPod Shuffle, that would be.
Oh, no, it's got a screen on it.
Oh, iPod Nano.
Yes, I think it's a Nano. Yes,
Yeah, let me have
I'm
a
sure
look.
it's a Nano. But I plugged it in. I bought a wire for it in HMV, and I plugged it into the computer, and I could see it on there, but I didn't seem to be able to. And I dragged and dropped stuff on there,
This was on iTunes, yeah?
No.
Oh, you need to do it in iTunes.
Oh, I don't know how to do that then.
Well, you just find the if you're like me and you organise your music collection in iTunes.
No, I don't.
All right, then you just drag it from your iTunes onto your iPod and it does it like that.
Oh, I wouldn't know how to do that then. Can I not just drag
No,
MP3s onto it then? No, that doesn't work.
no.
Oh, what a useless thing that is then.
No, actually, it's probably easier because it's really organised when you go onto it.
Oh.
And
So,
you can
for
make your
example,
playlists and everything.
your podcast, I couldn't put on there.
Well, if you had it in your iTunes library, but you don't have to buy them for them to be in your iTunes library.
I don't understand.
All you have to do is it takes the music files from your computer and just orders them, but in the library. So they'll stay in the same place unless you decide to move it all into your iTunes folder. But then that should be it. It doesn't mess your computer up or anything.
No, I'm going to take it up. I'm going to take it up to Lincolnshire with me, and my little nephew will be able to sort that out. 13.
Yeah, but Jimmy will be able to sort it.
Because he's 13 now. He plays a lot of football. Do you like football or not?
No,
I hate
I'm sure we've already been through this before.
I hate it.
Yes,
I hate it.
that's correct.
So, things that people say to you that annoy you. You got any more?
Not other than seriously, I don't think.
Nothing else? Seriously?
Yes, like seriously, you have to do this, or like seriously.
Oh, I know we must stop talking about him. Did you ever, Ross Patzer? He tried to do this serious radio show once. It was hilarious.
No.
Oh yeah, because people just wouldn't let him do it. And he's like, no, stop it, because I want to be serious today. No one was
is
letting
this on
him
one
do
of
it.
his weekday shows? It was just like people calling up, going like.
I love it.
Oh,
and
it's brilliant.
you got Lee Mills ringing up all the time. Who is it? Who is it?
Nothing like a bit of vandalism.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. Mikey, thank you for your phone call.
All right then. If you need to do something, then I'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much, sir.
Did you get the link I sent you? Not
Yes.
the YouTube one, the other one, the news article.
No, I've only got the YouTube one.
All right, I'll
Daily
do-
Mail. Daily Mail. Let's have a look at this. Oh, right.
There goes my phone.
Primary schools are using the notorious Grand Theft Auto video game to teach pupils about violence.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird method of teaching, isn't it?
You know what? I really don't do computer games.
I do.
I know you do. Now, back in January, I bought a Wii.
Yeah.
I bought the Wii because it was at my sister's house, and I thought it was great. And I still think it's great, but I've barely used it. I bought the Wii Fit as well. I've got the board to stand on, and it came with the sports resort thing. Yeah, and I had all this, and I haven't used it. I just haven't got the time to use it. What a terrible waste of money that was. You know, but
You need something which it's better to have games where you can sit down and play them.
What do you mean?
Like a console, well, not necessarily a console. You don't have on the Wii. You have to waggle your arms and all that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm actually on a game right now. I've just got my keyboard and my mouse, and that's fine.
Okay. I'm playing the games. Do you have one of the portable ones? Nintendo
I've got. Well,
Game
I
Boy.
play games on my iPod.
Right, Game Boy. Is that still popular?
The Nintendo DS is fairly popular.
What about Game Boy? Or is that old hat now?
Oh, Game Boy's gone. Although Nintendo DS is still made by the same company.
All right, my son had a Game Boy.
All right. By the way, I've faded up the volume of my games so you can hear what I'm playing.
Oh yes.
Let's shoot a bit, shall we?
Yeah, go on. Oh, it's one of those shooting ones. No, it's too. Mike, it's too violent for me, I'm afraid.
Talking to somebody on the phone now.
Who are you talking to?
On the game, I'm talking to someone on the phone.
She didn't do nothing to nobody. It was us McCreary men who are the sinners. We're paying for that ourselves. She didn't have to pay, too.
She didn't pay.
Is that someone actually talking to you?
Yeah, it's like a phone call in the game.
Oh, yeah. My nephew, he's got the Xbox, and he plugs in. Is that what you've got?
Yeah, but I don't play my Xbox anymore. I'm PC gamer now.
Oh, right, okay. He plugs in headphones to his Xbox and he talks to people all over the world. And I don't know what
I've spoken to him with that before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, what do you talk about then?
Well, we just like talk about the game we're playing mostly.
Oh, okay.
I'm now in a car, by the way, speeding.
Well, it's all very complex. I did quite enjoy the Wii, where we were on a jet ski going around and around an island.
Nice.
Well, it was nice, because it was in the middle of winter here. Mikey, thank you very much.
All right, bye. You'll have to cut me off because I can't do it myself.
Not to worry. Cheerio. There we are.
Bye.
Mikey Holt there in Grantham in Lincolnshire. You can call in this afternoon if you want a bit of a chit-chat with me. My Skype name is United Kingdom Radio. Okay, United Kingdom Radio is the Skype name. Or we've got a phone number as well, 020 3287 1488. That is a normal phone number. It is not a premium rate number. It is a local London number. Okay, I always like to emphasise that. 020 3287 1488. Talking about things that annoy you. Things. Not things, but things that people say that really, oh, don't say that again, it really annoys me, something like that. Now, I'm just going to play a couple of those because I just realised I haven't played any trials today. So, sorry, I've got to bring that up on the thing, haven't I, to do that. Just a second. Where are we now? Otherwise, they'll all complain. The other presenters will all complain. Oh, you didn't play our trials. So, here we go. Here's Paul first.
Hello, I'm Paul Edwards, and you can join my show between 7 and 8 p.m. on a Monday evening on United Kingdom Radio. I'll throw in a couple of topics, you can call the show, and we can talk about them. That's how it works. It's simple. But I don't mind, you can also talk about whatever you want to. So go on, join me, you know you want to.
Hello, join me, Lee Mills, on United Kingdom Radio at 8 o'clock every Monday. We're going to be talking about the best topics and also we'll be taking in your phone calls too. We may play some games, so you can join in with that as well. And also, you can get involved with any of the topics that we have to offer. So join me every Monday, 8 p.m. on United Kingdom Radio.
There we are, another couple of the lads here on United Kingdom Radio. We do want people to have a little go on here. Perhaps you'd like to come and do a show. You reckon you can talk for an hour? You need to be able to do it without taking phone calls and emails, because sometimes you don't get response, okay? Sometimes you don't get anyone call in. Now, that doesn't mean there's no one listening or watching. They're just they don't want to, and that's just the way it is. Perhaps they're happy with what you're doing. That's why they won't call in. All right? So you need to be able to do a whole show without actually worrying about... oh, what's happened there? Sorry, there we are. You need to be able to do it without actually worrying whether or not you're going to get phone calls or anything like that. So if you'd be interested in that, drop us an email, chris@unitedkingdomradio.co.uk, and perhaps we can talk about that, okay? chris@unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Fagash Lil has just popped on. Hello, did I miss much? I had to reboot. Oh, you've missed loads, Fagash Lil. You really have. I think you're going to have to call in at some point as well. Oh, here he comes again. What do you want now?
Oh, that's a nice way. That's normally a Ross Pats out greeting.
What do you want now? You've already been on once.
Well, I thought I'd call in again because I want to talk about this live broadcast that I've got planned.
Oh, yes. Tell us about that. Well, that is exciting.
Well, it is exciting because... See, now you're not being serious now. You need to be serious. We need
yeah. We want to be serious. We need to be a bit serious now. Now, come on. I'm trying to be serious now.
No, I want to be... No, seriously. I want to be serious. No, I'm being honest here. Okay?
Oh,
to be honest with you.
Do you need any help packing? Enter your PIN number.
Oh, I just eating my Doritos. No, I'm going to do a live broadcast in the city centre of Norwich. And we've got to ask a couple of shops to see if we can get our live broadcast going. And then we can get the general public to maybe come and sit on the sofa.
You're doing it in a shop?
Eh?
You're doing it in a shop?
No, we're going to borrow the internet from a shop.
All right. What, Starbucks?
Well, if Starbucks will let us.
I knew it was going to be a Starbucks. I knew it.
Well, it's a good idea, don't you think?
Well, I don't know. Have you checked to see how fast the connections are in there?
It's quite fast.
See, the problem you'll have if there's a load of people in there on laptops, and then what you'll have to do is just go and ask them to reset the modem so it cuts them all off. I do that in Belushi's.
But I think that would be a good idea, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. I do, actually. Yeah.
Because, it'd be good to get a live broadcast of United Kingdom Radio, get some banners made up outside, get the sofa set up, get someone technical to sit there on the camera, on the laptop. And...
Well, maybe Ross Patzelt could do that for you.
No,
his talent is definitely behind the camera, not in front of it.
It'll probably drop crumbs in the keyboard.
Oh, Christ. Sit there with another bag of Doritos or something like that. Dreadful, dreadful.
But I think it'd be good to get a good live broadcast out once a month or something like that for 2 hours in the city centre for people to come and sit down, tell us their thoughts.
Yeah.
It's getting the word out, isn't it?
It is about getting the word out, flyers, things like that. Perhaps I should have some leaflets printed. I could send them over to you, couldn't I?
That would be wicked, wouldn't it?
Can you I tell you what, you design, I'll get them printed. Done it?
Deal.
Done it?
Deal.
Where are they?
Right, I'll send it over to you now, okay?
Okay, thanks very much, Lee. We're waiting for that now. Get that done before next week, and I'll take them because I don't know if my sister can do that or not. She does mugs and T-shirts.
Oh, I tell you, that'd be a good idea to get them on here, wouldn't it?
It does, but they're like £7 each.
Well, that is a bit expensive.
That's what I mean.
That's like this game of Monopoly. We've got Norwich Monopoly on here for $24.97. And the London Underground board game for $18.99.
What's that got to do with anything then?
On the Amazon links, just underneath.
Oh, you're doing your salesman bit, are you now?
You got to buy them, you know.
Oh Christ! I don't think I want to buy those.
It's working.
What's working?
It's working. People download Skype and people buy the games and people buy the stuff off Amazon.
Oh, do they? Well, where's the cash then? Who's having the cash? You're keeping that for yourself, are you? You're thieving it!
Who the hell's this?
Who is it?
I don't know. Randomised people.
I don't know. Thank you very much, Lee Mills.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. There we are. He's on the phone every 5 minutes, that one. Fag Ashley, apparently. Says, me phone in, not a chance with my voice, mate. Oh, I don't know, Fag Ashley. Other things people say to me that annoy me. Where have I? I've written some down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's it. Are you okay packing? Please enter your PIN and all that. Oh, it does annoy me, those things. If you can think of any more, let us know now, okay? Chris at unitedkingdomradio.co.uk. Lee wants to know who was Margaret. Margaret was a lovely lady who rang in earlier on, who I think is probably something to do with you, actually, Lee, because she too was in Norwich. Why have we got so many people in Norwich listening and watching? What's all that about? Is there nothing to do in Norwich? Is that what? Because it's a cold place, isn't it? Norwich it's a place in London. No, it's not a place in London. It's a place outside of London, far outside of London, where they let villages. They let villages just fall into the sea. It's terrible, isn't it? It really is. Now, something else that you might want to join in with: people that earn too much money. We've only got about 15 minutes left today, so you'll have to be quick on this one. People that earn too much money. Can you think of anyone that earns so much, and you think to yourself, that is so unfair? Dare I mention bank managers? Okay? Although I have to say to you, two of my cousins, one's in Scotland and one's it's not too far away from here, actually, in Hertfordshire. Two of my cousins are high up in banks. The both of them earn a lot of money, much more than you or I could ever dream of. My cousins, okay? But can I tell you, both of them hate their jobs. One in particular, the one in Scotland, he absolutely detests his job. He's up north. He's in Scotland. Massive house. Massive house. Lovely family, wife, children. Hates his job. Earns shed loads of money. Absolutely hates his job. I wonder if you're doing a job. Are you very well paid for your job? But do you hate it? I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I earn more than you get at McDonald's or working in a shop. Yeah, I do quite well. I'm not filthy stinking rich. I'm careful. Okay, I'm careful with my money. But I've never been interested in becoming rich. Never doesn't appeal to me to be able to walk around, oh, I've got 10 million in the blank. Doesn't appeal to me at all. You see them though, don't you? There's actually a specific road in London, in Hampstead, called the Bishop's Avenue. And down this road is some of the most expensive houses in the country. And some of these houses are just so vulgar and awful. It's almost like, and I'm sure most of them do, the people there have said, look at this house, it's cost me millions of pounds to build it, look what I've got. That sort of thing. I know people with expensive flash cars who have got these cars to make a statement. Look what I've got. Why are people like that? I don't understand that mentality at all. I have got a little Toyota Aygo. Gets me from A to B. A car to me is something that gets me from A to B. That's it. Where I live is not particularly posh house. This is an ex-council house that I live in. I'm happy here. A house is a house, isn't it? Huh? But there are people that I think get paid far too much money. There was an article. Oh, there's a couple of messages coming in there. Sorry. Christopher says, people that earn too much money. Lee Mills. Lee doesn't earn any money. He's a bit stuck out at the moment, waiting for a job. It's difficult for people at the moment who are unemployed. I'm fully aware of that. It's hard for some people. Very, very hard. I consider myself extremely lucky to be working as much as I do and have done for years. Very, very lucky. I'm not complacent. You'll find other DJs, I can get a job anywhere. I've never been like that. Never been like that. I'm grateful for the work that I've got. It's hard for people to get jobs. Suko says, I hate it when I pay for groceries by credit card and they tell me to push enter. Like, no, I've only done this 200,000 times. Maybe I'll get it right one day. No, that's what I know, Suko. That's what I mean. The same. They say to us, can you enter your PIN? I know. Right. Fag Ashley says, people that earn too much money. Some bloke called Chris Reardon, I heard he gets paid way too much. I get good money. I wouldn't say I'm paid way too much. But maybe that's the trap I'm falling into here. Thinking that I'm actually worth what I do. As I say, article in today's Times. It says the pay packages of public sector chief executives are unjustifiable, irresponsible and must be reined in, according to one of Britain's top police officers. This bloke, Norman Bettison, who's the Chief Constable of West Yorkshire, says that he gets £213,000 salary a year and a pension package. And he is saying it's too large. He is actually saying it's too large. Right? Christopher, I've just got you on hold. I'll be with you in a second, okay? A review of boardroom pay published today found that chief executive of foundation trusts which are the top band of NHS trusts, earns £157,500. And they've just had a 7.8% pay rise. And we keep seeing this on the television, don't we, and on radio. People that are paid shed loads of money. People in charge of councils. Banks. Certain jobs. Television stars. Ross, what's his name? That Ross, Jonathan Ross. Millions of pounds. And he doesn't even look good on the telly, does he? And quite frankly, I think it's wrong. Christopher, on the line is it Alsford?
That's right.
Hello, Chris, all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right. Yes. I nearly said the word then, like, how are you? But I decided not to.
Oh, don't say it, for God's sake. Don't say it, because you don't really mean it. You just don't know what else to say.
I won't
Hello,
say.
Chris, how are you? All right?
Yeah.
People that earn too much money, mate.
Yeah, I was going to. Well, you mentioned them now. I was going to say the bankers, obviously, with all these bonuses and all that, and even directors of companies who don't even work there.
Directors
if you know what I
of
mean.
companies, yeah. Directors of companies who have, shall we say, come from nothing, who have built a company up from nothing. I agree they should pay themselves whatever they want. If you've bought a company up from scratch, maybe you make...
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
but I used to work for a certain company.
Take my sister.
And,
Take my sister, for example. She makes mugs. She makes mugs at home, right? She has, from scratch, started making mugs, putting them on eBay, selling them to people like that. Maybe in the future she'll get a big contract from a large company. And maybe that will go global. She, as far as I'm concerned, should be able to pay herself whatever she wants. She's built that from herself. But people that come into jobs...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Especially in the public sector.
Indeed, because I used to work for a company in the public sector. I'm not allowed to say which because I signed the Official Secrets Act. And he used to work, 1 day a week and get paid millions.
Yeah. It's
and
wrong,
he just got into the job. He didn't build it up.
That's
right. I'm agreeing with what you say about building companies up. They can get paid whatever they like. It's their company. But people who just step into a job, no way.
Yeah. And these people, certainly the people in charge of councils and that, and they suddenly come out, we're giving ourselves a 10% rise, and everyone screams them down, and yet they sit there justifying it, telling us all that they're worth that money. No, they blooming well ain't. But I don't see how we can attack this problem. How do you say, no, you're not earning that anymore? You're not earning that anymore. You should be earning this. How do you get that money reduced that they are paying themselves? I don't think you can, because you vote the next one in and he does the blooming same.
Exactly. Yeah, they get, well, it's just set a trend now, isn't it?
Yeah.
For every company.
Yeah, absolutely shocking, Christopher. Now, you're in Alsford.
I'm in Alsford.
Have you got anything more to say on that subject?
Well, on the money business? Well, you mentioned about jobs. I'm out of work at the moment, unfortunately. And you're right, it is very difficult out there, especially my age. I'm 48 now.
Oh, you're only a year older than me?
Yeah.
What's your trade?
Yeah.
Have you got a trade?
I can't say what I used to do because I signed the Official Secrets Act, so I'm not allowed to go on about my job because they know what I've been talking about.
Yeah.
Just now, if you know what I mean.
Okay. What can you do then?
But no, I haven't really. I'm not an electrician or plumber or anything.
Oh, right.
Like that.
Okay. But is there any chance you getting?
Sorry,
back? Is there any chance you getting back to the sort of thing that you used to be doing, or not?
No, I don't really want it to be.
Oh, okay. Fair
honest. Yeah. But I'm just looking for a job now with no worries, really.
Yeah.
But we all like that, wouldn't we?
Well, are there jobs with no worries? I get under a lot of stress sometimes while I'm DJing, I tell you. Terrible lot of stress. Oh, just stupid things that people sometimes come out with. It's just ridiculous. You know, they come and ask for a type of music that is in no way of keeping with what you're doing at a particular time, you know?
Indeed, yeah.
I could do a whole show on things that you shouldn't say on the to DJs. Really, I could do an entire show on that.
I bet you could. Oh dear. Yeah, I just thought I'd ring in and obviously tell you about that. But in your pre-speech there, you mentioned the bankers and all that. So
my pre-speech,
that's it, really.
Is that what it's called? A pre-speech?
Well, was it preamble or I don't know?
I think more of a preamble. I don't know what you would call it, really, Christopher. Are you near?
I don't know.
There was a place that we used to go to at school, Alresford Priory. Is that near you?
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 miles away.
Religious place. Is that still going? Is it?
Yeah, it certainly is. They do pottery there. It's
massive.
The Carmelite monks.
That's right, Carmelite monks. Yeah. Absolutely massive place that is. We used to go there a couple of times. I think it must have been there 3 or 4 times actually, with the school and all that.
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Yeah. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Do you go on your own or with a group of people or what?
I went with me. I think I went with my girlfriend once, but
did you? Yeah.
But that was years ago.
She's not going to become a nun or something like that, is she?
She probably is now. We'll split up. So.
Hey, well.
I don't know.
You might see her down there then, Christopher.
Yeah, you never know. I hope not. I won't go down there.
Oh well.
But there you go.
Apparently, you're.
I just thought a quick. Sorry.
Yeah, go on, mate.
No, I just thought I'd ring in about the money business. Obviously, I know it's the end of the show coming up.
Yeah, well, we've only got a couple of minutes to go now, mate. You're going to get some bits and pieces together and have a go yourself, aren't you, at some point?
I'm trying to get the bits together. As I say, I'm out of work at the moment, so I've got to watch the monies. But I need to speak to someone about it, actually, because about what to get for it.
Oh, well, I mean, you've got your microphone, you've got your computer, off you go. Don't worry about...
You need a mixer, though, don't you?
No, well, don't worry too much about not being able to play jingles and all that. If you can turn the mic on and if you can talk for an hour, off you go.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Really?
I will give that some...
Yeah. You may... I don't know how...
Yeah, I'll probably do... Sorry.
I don't know how the whole telephone thing works without a mixer and all that business. Don't know if you can do that, but if you can talk for an hour about whatever, then go for it, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure I could if I was prepared for it, yeah.
There you are, then. All right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, lovely.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you, Chris. You take care now.
Yep, cheerio now. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye now. There we are. There's young Christopher down there in Alresford in Kent, isn't it? Now that's it, Alresford in Kent. Right, nearly time for me to go, boys and girls. Now, don't forget there will be no live show next Monday because I am visiting my dear sister and my lovely niece and nephews. What's the time now? It's about 2:00, so probably this time next week. My guess is I'll be sitting in a fish and chip shop somewhere with my dear sister, which I'm looking forward to. Time for me to go. Now, don't forget, later on tonight here on United Kingdom Radio, Paul Edwards will be with you at 7:00 and Lee Mills at 8:00. All right, boys and girls? My recorded chat show up on air tomorrow morning, around about 10:00. You can find that at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and that'll be coming from the garden, okay? That's tomorrow, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. I'll see you soon. Lots of love and thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.